Shall we do a have a word? Should we fix someone's problem?
Do you want to do a have a word?
I feel like we've tried to get some have a words out recently and not been doing a good job. Have a word from Anonymous. All right, Darren and Adrian Urgent. Oh, sorry. I thought someone was calling me Adrian Urgent. All right, Darren and Adrian, Urgent one here. I'd like you to have a word with me. Been at uni now since September and have managed to catch feelings for a roommate. For context, she's a straight 10 and I'm a 6.5 on a good day.
Why did you shake your head there, Carl, at the start of this story? You shook your head like, silly boy.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's just a bad place to be in, isn't it?
Can we just finish it before we start passing
I feel
judgment?
like 6.5 out of 10 can't fully comprehend what a 10 is.
Yeah.
Oh, no. She's
you know
a
what I mean?
7.8 with good lighting.
Well, he thinks that she's a 10 because he's a 6.5. But an actual 10, you can only be at least an 8.5 to properly and correctly classify a 10.
And P.S. Anyone who calls himself a 6.5 is probably a 4. Because what 6.5 is like, I don't look great, but I'm sure I'm fine. And my mum told me I was attractive. Like,
once
don't
you
get
bring
me
in
wrong.
the decimal system in, like, that's when you're getting ropey in it.
I get it.
What it
like,
is
I'm
already
not oil
is
painting.
he's put her on a pedestal as this 10 out of 10, but actually she probably won't be. And she'll
But
probably...
she's just well more attractive than him.
I think
right.
he's saying, I am okay, but she is
But
hot.
what I'm gonna
so
call-
somehow, can we,
Okay.
do you want to know a full story? Somehow we've been shagging a fair bit, but it's nothing more than sex. But obviously I need to get over it. Any advice, as I know you were dirty slags back in the day? Yeah, we're all changed now. We're all
First of all,
connected
before we answer the question, I just want to know, what do you think you are on a scale from 1 to 10?
Oh my God.
What do I think
Like,
I
if you
am?
had to classify yourself, he's a 6.5 according to him. What would you give yourself?
But are we all on the same scale?
Yeah,
Like you're saying Margot Robbie's the same 10 as a lady outside.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
people outside are like 4s then.
Can I be on a seniors tour? You know, like there's golf for young men and then there's the seniors tour where like, listen, he's had both his hips replaced, but he can still drive off from the fucking
No, but that's
tee.
part of that's taken into context, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
George Clooney is
On the
still
scale.
a 9, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even though he's old.
So that means we can't be more than 5s then.
Why?
No.
George
You've just, it's objective, innit? You're a good looking lad. You've got youth on George. He's old. You know, you're younger. Why am I trying to...
You've got fresh meat.
Your hair looks good on the 3rd or 4th Instagram story. Call back.
What would you think you are?
I would probably say in terms of looks, maybe a 3.5.
Oh.
You can't have a personality measure.
What? So, in terms of looks, so what would be other?
Well, what I do to make up for that is I'm quite good at manipulating women. So what I will do is sort of like... I didn't expect it! I will take and find a 6, and through actions and words, I will make that 6 think that she's a 4.
You horrible cunt.
What? Every
Hey, he's not horrible. He's resourceful.
exactly every predator has to fucking be able to catch.
Why
you know
would
what
you
I mean?
call yourself in the modern climate that we live in 2021 with Twitter working with you on it? Would you be like, as a predator? As a predator.
I mean more like in terms of
Yeah,
from an animal perspective.
Yeah.
I realise I've probably just cancelled myself, haven't I?
The thing is about gaslighting as a predator. I mean, yeah, it's unethical, but I'm fucking good at it.
That isn't even the worst thing that's been said on this episode. Never mind in general.
Jesus,
Okay,
that
so if
was
Fred's
fun.
a 3, Adam, what are you?
I think I'm like 8.2.
Yeah. I think he's been pretty fair there, hasn't he?
You said George Clooney was a 9.
Yeah, well, exactly. 0.8.
Yeah.
0.8 off.
What's Dan then?
0.8 for his money.
If Fred's a 3, you're at 8.2.
Oh,
What's Dan?
right now, I'm
8.3.
probably in and around 3.5. I've had a bad one.
What do you think you are?
Oh, 2004 though. Ooh, I
Out
was
of 10?
pushing late 7s, early 8s. Beautiful, beautiful man-child. Like Mowgli.
You're obsessed with Mowgli, aren't you?
Yeah, you'd shag Mowgli.
I'd love to look like Mowgli. Little fucking Indian hipster. What?
That's like what he
Reckon he knew Mother Teresa?
Oh yeah, they went
What is this person's problem? Because
Freddy's getting the pod back on track.
Because from what I read, he is a 6.5 and he's shagging a 10. And that was the end of the email.
Has he?
He wants help on catching food.
Lads, have a word with me. I am fucking a really hot woman.
I don't understand why he's upset. It seems like everything's working out really well for him. Is he angry that he's paying $9,000 at uni and he's doing online lessons? I don't.
So I know a comedian who used to act as like a bit of a pickup artist. You know, he read like that book, The Game, which being largely sort of,
Which was directly quoted from about 3 minutes ago.
But like, it's about sort of like men who are sort of conventionally unattractive trying to pick up women who are out of their league, and like a lot of them got very good at it apparently and could do it. And
And it was seedy and it was negative affirmation. It's not a healthy way of going around meeting women, is it?
No,
Totally.
I do quite well, or at least I used to do quite well, considering that I'm not blessed with looks.
That is a damning thing for your girlfriend to hear, isn't it? If she ever watches this, I do
No,
quite well.
but-
Well, I used to.
No, I retired, basically.
Yeah, put it in a disabled one to quote your last one.
No, I used to do a lot better than what I should do. In terms of, you know, I don't think I ever went through that much of a dry spell, because I think that I'm quite good at flirting and I am quite good at like.
Would you please just flirt with me a bit now, just so I can see what it's like?
Well, no, because I don't have sex with you, so it's actually no. I'd fuck you.
Right.
Because
Wouldn't make love to me.
I know that you'd hate it more than I would.
Like Tyson. Tyson fucks people, doesn't he, to annoy them? Remember that video? I'll fuck you till you love me.
I
No,
really
I don't
didn't
remember
expect
that one.
Freddie Quinne to say that today. And just no laughter from anyone. I'd fuck you. And I honestly, the temptation to just press stop on the record to let that be the end of the pod. It'd be like the end of The Sopranos, season 7, whatever. Like, what are you doing? Have you seen episode 104? Have a word. It was a cliffhanger.
So what I was trying to say was that the person I know who used to like
Yeah.
act as a pickup artist, and he's very remorseful for it now, and he thinks it's disgusting and whatever. He said that when this was happening, because what you're saying is he's 6.5, just fucking take the fact he's shagging a 10. The person I'm talking about is probably about a 5 or a 6, and he said he was regularly shagging 10s because this pickup artistry worked, especially on attractive women who are used to always getting a lot of attention and whatever. And he found it really, really horrible, because it was like he'd tricked them into sort of sleeping with him. And then the next day when they woke up, they were like, ugh, how the fuck? Because it wears off immediately. And even though you're having sex with very attractive women, as this guy is, it's not enough because you want something more. And that's what he's saying there.
Yeah, because you've used almost inhumane, like, mind trickery to have a hot. It's a bit like wearing a hat. That's honestly, what do I think I am in a hat? On a good day,
1 for 1 for 1.
where well, no, but I'm genuinely like with a hat.
A catfish.
If I could pass as a 6.5, knocking on a 7. As soon as I take the hat off, girls are like, oh God, that looks like my granddad used to look like. Like it is.
Can we?
That's a mental version of the same thing. Is it?
Can we
Trickery.
quickly say, this guy, I think what the problem is that he sort of thinks that he's getting something out of it, but like, so she's getting just as much out of it as he is, because if you've ever, as I'm sure we all have you ever fucked somebody who's just so beneath you that you don't give a fuck about them? Mm-hmm. It's great. Like,
Tell me more about your particular story, Freddie.
so sometimes, like,
Who did the man sell you in Jakarta that time?
so I used to.
Have you? Oh, you want a starfish? You don't want child or woman. You have starfish. Put it on your dick like a vajazzle for
I
your
used
dick.
to have a thing about this, about how you can never fuck somebody that you love the way you want to fuck them. Do you know? Because you'd never do that to somebody that you loved. So if you have somebody that you just
You can't piss on the mother of your children.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but if you But if you have somebody
Sorry, T.
who's this grotty little fucking 6.5, that's, I think you're beautiful, then you just fucking ride that dick however you want to fucking ride it. She's getting just as much out of this as he is.
Yeah, but the point is, they're getting just as much out of it. They're both getting sex out of it. But he's fell in love with it, hasn't he? Or he's falling in love with it.
He's
'Cause he
worried
can't believe his own
about.
luck.
No, but
Yeah.
he's also. I don't think he's about. He knows what's coming.
He's peaked.
He
can't enjoy the peak
he knows,
because he's looking at the fucking downhill that's coming
Exactly.
after this.
This
He
lad's
knows
a
that
6.5 self-admitted.
So what he's doing right now is he's on top of a mountain and he's not fucking just admiring the view. He's looking and going, I've got to go all the way back down again. Just admire the fucking view, mate. If this is your peak, then this is your peak. Most people never get to fuck a 10.
Yes.
So just you having your cock and balls in somebody who's better looking than you by a lot is a reward. And it doesn't matter if it happens once more or for another 12 months.
But
just enjoy what's happening.
If you fall
Do you
in love
put your
with the
balls
peak,
in as well?
I realised that I said then cock and balls. I fold it all in, mate. Like a, oh, God.
I want everything inside me: cock, balls, your left arm, and one ear. Get frisky. He doesn't want to die on the peak.
What, sorry?
We're doing
He
that
doesn't
analogy.
want to come back down. He doesn't want to come back down.
But if
No,
she's
he
a
does want
10,
to die on the peak.
no,
He'd love to have an ass tap
He's
on his
scared about
pal.
catching feelings, isn't
no. He's worried that she's going to go, yeah, obviously, this is the end because look at me and look at you. And then he's going to be in a state.
Yeah, then he's
So
gotta get on
you're
the
saying
sledge.
ride it out and just take your medicine at the end of it.
100% enjoy what you've got. He can't enjoy what he's got right now because he's thinking about what will happen later on. He's thinking, oh, what if I never get to have somebody as good as this ever again? What if nobody else? What if this is the best? Just fucking let it be what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, Freddie.
Why is he... I don't get why people
'Cause he's-
overcomplicate shit like
He's
this.
been hurt before and he's worried about what's coming.
Oh, what a fanny.
Yeah.
How are you with breakups? I've never really hit the like, "Nah, I can't do it. But I think he's obviously quite self-aware.
I've had a couple of bad breakups. I've had some that I expected to be bad, and then like literally 2 days later, I'm like, this is wonderful. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember being with somebody for about 18 months, and she was like, come and watch me. It was like a Sunday morning, 9 a.m. She was like, come down to Southport and watch me run for Race for Life. I'm raising money for my fucking nana or whatever. And I was like, all right then, okay. And I just fucking didn't, because I can't be asked getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning to watch somebody wear a pink t-shirt and run around a fucking field.
That's a special type of lazy, that, isn't it? When you can't be bothered to go and watch someone go.
Yeah, exactly. It was literally exactly that. And then she finished the race and we broke up over the phone. I remember thinking I've been literally with her for 18 months. And I remember thinking, I don't care at all.
Yeah.
Like I thought I'd care
Probably
more
took
than
her
this.
months. Like that whole day was ruined. She's crying into a medal. Like, oh, and you're like, do you know what? Actually, I'm glad I stayed in bed.
Here's a fun fact. When I got with her, she was thin. And
Oh,
then
jeez.
my lifestyle rubbed off on her so badly that she put about 2.5 stone on.
Oh, yeah.
And then she ended up getting a personal trainer to get the flab off, and then ended up getting with him and is now married to him. So you're welcome.
You helped her find love.
Exactly.
And he goes to all her races. Well dodged.